What's up, everybody? Today's Saturday, September 19th. Just woke up, it's about 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm outside right now, it's 47 degrees. It's really cool, it got really chilly last night. So that means one thing, it's fall and it's lawn season. So today I'm gonna give you some tips and tricks and things that you can do to get your lawn looking better than ever. So the first thing I'm going to put down today is what's called Humic Fulvic acid. And if you never used this stuff before, it is awesome. I used to just fertilize and I noticed results were pretty good, but when you add something like a Humic Fulvic acid, it enriches the soil and it allows it to take in those nutrients that you put down in your fertilizer. So this stuff, a little bit goes a long way. So 3 ounces of this you put with 1 gallon of water, and that covers about 1,000 square feet. So this is a gallon right here, so this will last quite a while. If you don't have a huge lawn, something like this is gonna last you a while. So I'm gonna do that today. I'm gonna put that in my sprayer, put down that Humic Fulvic acid, and then all those nutrients that I put down in the fertilizers later on are gonna be absorbed like a sponge into my yard, and that grass is really gonna be popping. The process for today is gonna be edge, mow, put down the Humic Fulvic acid, and then put down the high nitrogen fertilizer. So my favorite part, it's time to mow. Alright, so I'm done with the mow back here in the backyard. I'm feeling so good about the way things are looking right now. So I just want to give you guys an update on the seeding that we did in the reserve area over here 2 weeks ago. Really happy with the results. I've seeded over here before and I never had good results. And I think I figured out why, because my sprinklers were not hitting this and this area would dry out. If you're like me, you have to work all week. You can't be out here hand watering your seeding areas. So I picked up this stuff. It's called Hydrating. I looked it up online, got really good reviews, and what it does is it pulls water vapor out of the air and it brings it down into the soil and it keeps it nice and moist. So it's gonna keep that seed from drying out, which is gonna be like throwing away money when you're seeding. The next step is gonna be to put down the Humic Fulvic acid, and on here it says that I need 3 ounces of root hume per 1 gallon of water. And I've got a little over 2,000 square feet, so I'm going to put about 6 or 7 ounces of this in there with a little bit more than 2 gallons of water. This is my sprayer. This thing sucks. I need a new sprayer. But it's what I've got, so it's what I'll use today. Hopefully I'll have a new one soon. But let's get after it. So I'll put in about 1 gallon of water to start with. All right, there we go. So now I'm gonna mix in my Humic Fulvic, shake it up a little bit. I highly recommend if you use this stuff wearing gloves because it is dark and if it gets on your skin, it's gonna stain it. I didn't wear gloves in the spring when I did this and I had stain on my hands for a little bit. So I'm gonna do about 7 ounces of this to about 2.5 gallons of water. So, here we go. When you're doing this process, if you're spraying anything on your grass, you want to pay attention to where the wind is and keep the wind at your back. If the wind is blowing toward your face and you spray, it's going to blow all that product up into your face. So the wind's blowing that way. So I'm going to start on that side and I'm going to work my way this way, working with the wind the entire time. While I'm spraying, I have different landmarks in my head as I'm spraying. So I look up and I think, okay, that chair, that's my landmark. So I'm gonna go all the way to that spot. And then when I come back down, I'll find a landmark on that side that I'm gonna go to. It's easy to get lost and forget where you've gone. They make blue marking spray that you can add into there. I don't really like using that. So I just, like I said, I have landmarks in my head. I'll go to a certain point, I'll make a straight line, go over to another landmark, and then come back up. That's gonna keep a nice even distribution when you're spraying so you don't overspray or miss any areas. So we've mowed, we put down the humic acid. The next step is gonna be to put down the 2702 fertilizer. And like I said, I want about 4 or 5 pounds of this fertilizer. If you don't have a scale to weigh that out, you can kind of guesstimate based off how much the bag weighs. Just look and then fold over a quarter of that bag if that's however much you need. So right now I've got about 6 or 7 pounds in this bag left. So I'm not gonna use quite all of it. So I'm gonna guesstimate, and if it's not perfect, that's okay. I like to err on the side of not putting as much down, because if you put more down when it comes to high nitrogen fertilizers, there's a chance that you could burn the grass and get yellow spots. So let's get to it. The last thing I need to do in this process is water everything in, and with the Humic fulvic acid on the bottle, it says it's recommended to water in for about 20 minutes. Thanks so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and you have a good one.